Hello and welcome to the presentation of the Management Research Project coursework 2 done by Ahmed, Ibrahim. Then we are here to the topic area of research study, and the topic was what makes some customer not return back to visit the restaurant again. The case study is a casual fine dining restaurant in Kuwait City, and researcher is currently the restaurant manager. This page is the table of contents, which having all the research sections. We'll move to the introduction. The purpose of this study is to solve customer dissatisfaction and complaint, since it is a major issue in hospitality and tourism industry. Researchers choose the study topic to help restaurant management find out how to minimize guest complaint and to avoid losing customers. The study aims to evaluate and know why often some guests not repeating visit back the restaurant, and the hospitality industry business is growing. That's why there is a need for the research to build customer loyalty and solve dissatisfaction issues. It's crucial to hospitality business to drive satisfaction to every single guest and to work continuously for improving the restaurant performance. The aim of the study was why often some guests does not return back to visit the restaurant again. Now with the slides of the objective, which is for this research is to research using customer existing questionnaire data, to conduct literature review on customer dissatisfaction issue, and to analyze and compare secondary data brought by dissatisfied customer, and to draw conclusion of the research finding, and to present recommendation can help restaurant business avoid losing customer and minimize guest dissatisfaction issue. And then we move to the literature review slide. This section will show the literature and theories that related to customer dissatisfaction or prior behavior for better understanding of the research topic. And here we can see that there is many studies conducted relevant to my research topic, like customer dissatisfaction, guest complaint, but this study is different and specific, focusing only on what lead customer to not visit the restaurant again. Johnson and Gerald have the study 2009. Consumer dissatisfaction complaint in hospitality and tourism industry. The study found that product flaws and substandard service are reason of customer dissatisfaction, and I strongly agree with this one. And then Johnston and Xangu conducted study. The customer experience provide a roadmap for organization to use it for improving their customer experience. Also suggested to have a clear objectives on customer and staff. Now we move to methodology section, which is containing research methods and ethical issue and how address, and then the research questions. There are different philosophies on research, and researchers use both of it.
Then the type of the collected is a quantitative data because it's a large scale and specific focus. Questionnaire data is the most common method for collecting quantitative data according to Gratton and Jones.
Now we're still in the methodology sections, and here is the ethical issue. There is no major ethical issue, but still taking consideration of the research. Researchers adhere to university code of practice and act according to it. Researchers collect secondary data due to applying for ethical approval early, and the process takes time to gain ethical approval. Organization happily for the researcher to use the existing data available in the restaurant. There is no issue with that. And normally the restaurant waiter presents the comment card for the guest to get the feedback with the every bill presented. And guest is writing the comment card feedback voluntary. Nobody asking to write or for them to write, they just write it. The data is carefully collected from the comment card, data stored separately and securely. Researchers making sure that personal information like names, contact number is treated confidential and getting only the guest answers and the feedback only. But the comment card hard copy is remain confidentially and in the restaurant. Researchers making sure that research finding will do not harm and will help organization for improving quality and avoid losing customer. Sample of my material is available if university request.
Now we come to the research section. The type of data chosen for collection is secondary data, and that is the most useful available data. Here is the table showing the main questionnaire in the comment card to the customer to give their feedback about the grading and eating and waiter information, the service, food quality, and they will choose either the right for both average or expected. And then here's the last question is, would you visit our restaurant again, and would you recommend it to your family or friends, yes or no? This is the main question for researcher to contain the information we are looking for. Now we come to the main section in the research, which is data analysis. This chapter presented the research results fully and analyzed. Researcher approach Inscom's advice that properly organized and simple statistics can use to good effect quantitative research, providing clear information for the discussion. Now we're still in the data analyze, and this chart showing general analysis, all comment cards, including comments from the satisfied customer and unsatisfied. And we can see here the results overall the guest experience, but our study is focusing on unsatisfactory customers.
Then we move to the unsatisfactory section. We analyze the section of the unsatisfactory customer, and this is the main focus. Flow chart showing customer who select unsatisfactory are unhappy mostly with the, we can see here, creating and setting and food quality than the services. This is the most things lead to unsatisfactory in the restaurant. Then we move to other analysis of the question yes or no, which is having would you visit our restaurant again, and would you recommend it to your family and friends. There is out of the 87, there are 26 people choose no and 61 choose yes. Here we analyze the answer from people choose no, and this flow chart is show what was the comments from people who choose no. As shown below, the main finding is very clear in this chart, and the highest reason was the bad service, and then comes the food quality, and then food delay, which is part of service, and then price are very high.
Now we still in the data analyze and the section of the discussion of the data analyze. Dissatisfied customer mostly unhappy with rating and setting and the food quality and service and atmosphere. This comes out from the analyzing our customer comments. Bad service because of the guests decide to not visit the restaurant, and then the food quality is the second main reason. Food delay is one of the reasons. Price is very high as well. Results did not come for different than the best and series, since finding comes similar to Matisse and zero finding. And their finding was the product flaws and the substandard service lead to dissatisfaction customers. And here we can see there is no contrast with the study showing in literature, but there is similarity.
Then we move to the conclusions. Research aim was to evaluate and analyze why often some guest does not return back to visit the restaurant. The aim is met with the research finding. By doing data analysis, researchers found that customers decide to not visit the restaurant back based on bad service, food quality, and service from waiting staff. Therefore, research aim is met. And now it's clear for the stakeholder and restaurant management what makes customer left. Here is the conclusion. After analyzing secondary data, research can say the research objectives were met as well. The most interesting finding is the bad service comes before food quality. Customer unsatisfied because of the most thing is the bad service, and then becomes the food quality. Study added something new to the previous study, because this study was focusing on major issue what lead guests not visit back the restaurant. Study impact and provide to the restaurant owner and management useful information can help them to build customer loyalty. Here is the recommendations section, and this is the to the stakeholders and restaurant management to taking a good care of the customer and try to encourage them, prove the quality you deliver with regards to the food and beverage. Best guest experience is winning or lost because of the restaurant staff attitude. Do menu testing frequently to avoid bad comments about the food quality. Restaurant management must be aware of sometimes dissatisfaction guest is not going to complain and give the feedback. Therefore, they must find a way to know guest dissatisfaction reason.
Here we come to the end of the research, which is different. Thank you very much and goodbye.